And far too many guys today, especially black men, are starting to say we're not stepping up to be stepdaddies. That is
Hmm.
not. Especially the kind of men who can, especially the men who are in the top 20%,
Hmm.
who can who can call some shots. So what does that leave women? Where does that leave a lot of women? If you're looking strictly for husbands, if men who are in the marrying category aren't looking to be stepfathers, what does that look? What does that mean?
I didn't hear the last part because my phone
If
rang.
men who are in the husband category are not looking to
Hmm.
be stepfathers, what does that leave women with children who want to be married?
Single or sideline.
Or, and that's an unfortunate reality.
But it's the truth.
That's gonna prohibit you more than anything else, the kid. And I'm not supposed to say it, but it's the truth. Especially when you start talking about a man who can make some choices. Um, so, ladies, I don't know. And why we're on this is because you ladies have been, women in general have been told the opposite. And that's where all this confusion is coming in. Y'all
Hmm.
aren't getting the result. So I'll ask you a question before you run. If you're not getting back to the child's father, how do you think you can make your asset to the, how do you think you can make your child an asset to the kind of man you want to marry?
How can I make my child an asset?
To the kind of man you would want to marry?
Um, I would have to. I feel like I would have to train her to be an asset, as in get her ready for life in general. Put her in classes, make sure she's smart, make sure she's not, put in that time to make her a better person. Correct?
I'm
Is
asking. No, I'm asking because I'm
I'm just
asking.
asking, am I
I'm,
right?
no,
Or
the question is how to make your child an asset to that man.
right.
That makes her an okay person. But how can you doubt? And this is a question all women are going to have to answer for themselves. How are my children benefiting you as my husband?
I never thought about that.
Well, and that's the
What
problem.
would you suggest? I'm just wondering because I'm
Um, I would say it's going to be extremely difficult. But what I would suggest is women who actually think about it from the man's side, understanding that my child today is a liability because it costs. So number one, is she well mannered, well behaved, smart, taken care of? Does she understand? And do I really believe that you're going to come second to my husband?
mhm.
Is my husband going to come first? Or is it we're a package deal? If you're a package deal, that's no deal. I'll be honest, it's a package deal that's no deal because let's say you and I were to get married, you got a daughter, right?
Mhm.
And let's say we have two kids together
Mhm.
and your child is 5. So 10 years from now, your daughter comes home and said, Kevin touched, looked at me getting out of the shower. What happens
Mm.
next?
The relationship would have to end.
Huh?
That's not something the relationship would end immediately.
Because your daughter said I looked at her getting out of the shower.
Why would that person even be close to the bathroom to see her?
Mhm.
That would be the thing. You have to defend your seed. You have to defend your child.
But you also remember you got two of my kids.
Hmm.
So that means I should never listen to it. That means I should avoid women like you, because off the rip, your desire to defend your child blew up two. You got two of
The
my
home.
kids, and off rip, your protective instinct says fuck everything, including those other two kids.
Understood.
Do you?
No, I
You said the
understand.
relationship would have to end. So
Yes.
what would
I
you
mean,
tell? What would you tell? What would you tell our two children?
that's a tough situation.
No, you said the relationship would have to end. So
But
I need.
it would have to end because
But what
I
would you
would
tell?
listen to any of my kids. If I have 3 kids, one by someone else and two by my
But
future
what I'm telling
husband,
you, what I'm saying is what we tell our two children.
your half sister stated this happened and this is not a comfortable situation and we have to part ways.
You get the
We have to
fuck
figure
out.
it out.
You can get the fuck out.
Because I'm not the one paying the bills.
No, you know, because you're not taking my kids. See, that's what I mean. Y'all act like y'all got too much power.
It's not power. I'm really
First of
being
all, you didn't
humble.
even. First off, you didn't even. I just said if she said it, you didn't
Yeah.
even. You didn't even. You didn't even question whether or not the claim was there.
hmm
Because that's your child. That's why I'm saying your child can never be an asset to anybody, because that's the bomb that's always there.
Okay.
Because, and what the fuck? What could a man do about that? I could provide everything. We could
hmm
have children, and automatically you're gonna jump off rip, go for your child, your child. So don't ask me to treat your child
hmm
like it's biologically mine when you be willing to blow up my biological children's shit for something else. And you know, kids can say anything.
They can, but you have to protect your kids at all costs,
Then, then,
and you have to talk.
then no.
hmm
Then leave. No. No, see, I want you to understand that you have no empathy for men. It's about you and your kid.
Mm.
I'm somebody's child.
Yes.
What about those children we have together? Ma'am, you're not right in this.
I'm not debating you. I
But,
understand where you're coming from.
we're debating the concept
Yeah,
that you
I
got to protect
understand.
your kids at all costs. So then you need to go be with your child's father, and y'all need to work that out so that can never come up.
Mm.
Because let's switch the situation. If I'm that child's biological father and she comes out of the shower and 10 years later, daddy looked at me a certain kind of way, and I'm her biological dad, then what do you say?
That
See,
wouldn't.
but you notice how you couldn't pull rank on me? You couldn't pull that. We got to separate.
Mm.
You couldn't pull rank on me. You couldn't pull biological rank. You want to, but you're like, well, damn, it's his kid too.
It would have to be an end situation as well.
And you'd have to get the fuck
If she
out.
said that,
And
if she
you'd
said
have
that
to get out.
immediately,
And you'd have to get out.
understood. I completely understand that.
So the end would be for who? You'd be leaving.
Hmm.
But that's not what you're talking about. You're talking about the end situation. I'd be leaving with my child.
I understand, Kevin.
And I want everybody in the audience to understand this is why you don't deal with women with children, because especially in our community, there is no blending families when this kind of stuff comes up. Because you single mothers are too used to pulling rank. This is why single mothers are potentially so dangerous, because
Mm-hmm.
you're not used to having to actually split the responsibility. It's your child, and that's fine. But then, if why should any man have to deal with that?
Understood.
So I feel sorry for you, ladies, but this is the positions a lot of women put themselves in, and then we're supposed to do what about it? Because if it was biologically my child, you said it would be over. Why would you not question your child? Why would you not question your dog? Why would you not just say, girl, whatever, that's your daddy? why would you blow up a marriage? Why would you just believe her?
Why would I just believe my daughter?
Yeah, children lie. Are
Grown
you
men
kidding
lie
me?
too. Excuse me.
Uh, I said, look, and you said grown men lie.
Your phone is freezing. I'm
Okay, you
sorry.
said grown men lie too. I said
But
she's okay, and this is my
yeah.
point. And this is my point. We go all the way back to the club and the bartending, and that's why I mentioned your mentality is warped. You don't trust men.
Mm. But
See, I would
if I never brought that aspect up, would your sentiments be the same?
we'd have got there eventually because it's all ultimately going to come down to how you feel about men.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm always on task. You may not know why I'm asking what I'm asking, but the point of the matter is, whatever issue or whatever the way you look at men is just going to taint. It's going to color your perception of men throughout everything else.
Okay.
And it would be better for you to understand that and men to understand that, and just leave each other alone. Because, man, do you think highly of men? Then
No.
go get a girlfriend.
That no.
But thing is, you're asking a man to be a provider, male, and this and that. You want a man to do what he's supposed to, and you don't even give men a baseline of respect. You say,
I don't want to. I'm not gonna argue with you, Kevin. I understand where you're coming from
well, I say, do you think highly of men?
and I'm working on my thought process of men. So I'm
That's
not
fair.
ready. I'm
That's
not.
fair.
Yeah, I'm
That's
not
fair.
ready for a marriage yet. I do have a lot of things to work on, and I do watch your videos a lot. I can take in what you're saying 110%, and I
Oh,
hope
I
to
get
better
it. You're not
myself.
being rude. I get it. But what I'm saying is, ultimately, it's you got to put yourself in a man's position. Even, let's say, when you're ready, when your thought press is ready, you got to think of it this way. Why should I, as a man, risk a rehabbed woman versus getting a woman who automatically thinks highly of men?
Okay.
And you got to look at what a woman does. You got to look at a woman's track record. If she has children, all these things come into play on how she thinks about men. And it may be better than it was, but does that mean a man should risk marriage to that woman? And especially the kind of men you ladies say you want, they got all the leverage in the world because we go back to all it takes for you today is the allegation. Now I'm gonna leave you with this. Chris Brown, a month ago, he was accused of rape by a woman, right?
I didn't hear that.
Yeah. She accused him, filed a police report, some $20 million lawsuit.
Wow.
Lying, lying. Not only was she lying, came to show, got text messages and videos and voice messages showing that she just really was a scorned lover.
Mm.
See, men got so much to prove today to where if a woman doesn't have a track record of being siding with men or being pro male or whatever, it's just too much of a risk.
Understood.
So good conversation though.
All
Good
right.
back and
Thank
forth.
you,
Have a
Kevin.
good one. Bye bye.
You too. Bye.
All right.